Welcome back to the Homes on Homes podcast. I'm Mike Holmes. I started this podcast to keep educating people on how to make it right, just like I've been doing for over 20 years on television. Here, you'll find raw, unscripted conversations with experts on building healthy homes, choosing quality products, safety at home, and more. Let's get started. Welcome to another Homes on Homes podcast. Today is all about innovation. And if you know me, I love innovation. I have with me Kevin and Brad, and these guys are from iGUIDE. When I first started construction, I was the guy that told all homeowners, I'm going to document everything that I do. So you have it. We take pictures before, during, after. I go in, I measure everything. I draw it all up. And that's what I did years and years ago. I was 19 when I started this crap. Innovation has changed over the years so much that, I was just talking to you, I had to go buy a compressor and a nailer. And this is when I was, I think, about 35 years old, because it was actually faster and more efficient than me nailing. Your iGUIDE camera is really impressing me. This is it right here. Now, this little thing, we used this the other day and we just looked at it, and I couldn't believe it. It doesn't spin. It doesn't do anything. It does 3D imaging. So everyone knows 3D imaging. If you're going to buy a house, you get to look at the 360 degrees. You can look at the house, you can go through it, but this is even better than that and I want to talk about all the things that we can do with this in businesses, from designers to architects to engineers to contractors, builders, home inspections. This is probably the smartest tool I've seen. So we started the show, okay? And on the show, I would have my team go in. They would measure everything up. Again, do what I used to do when I was 19. I teach everyone this is what we need to do. We're going to do now videos at the beginning, videos during, and videos after. We'll compile literally a library together that protects me and the homeowner. This tool just changed everything for me personally. We tested this, brought it to a job site, set it up from the beginning, came in the middle and shot it. And what this does is, if there's ever a problem in the future, you can go back and look at all the video and find a problem. Who made this? Was this you?
I was one of the founders, myself and another gentleman, my co-founder, Alex. He was the technology. I was the hammer holder that was looking for a solution. So
it was his technology that put this together.
Well, he had some ideas around it and early concepts around virtual tours for real estate. I came from the world of planning, design, and construction cost estimating.
That's how it happened.
And yeah, I said, what if we could do this? What if we could do that? I'd want something to do this. And together we started to develop the iGUIDE technology.
So the idea about this is not just about trying to sell a home. I mean, I love the idea that Mike Holmes inspections, and I'm going to make sure every one of them have this camera, that you do a pre-inspection. So you go in with this, and in 45 minutes, you map out the whole house. It does the measuring on its own. That's the most fascinating things that I've noticed. And then you create a database. You can create marks on it, points. Here's the furnace, here's the problem. And what that does is the real estate agent can then take that for the buyer and go, here, take a look at this. You can look at everything. Oh, it's been inspected also. And it's done the square footage, which is crazy. My designer would come into our job sites, measure out the whole house because she's a freak for the door needs to open against the furniture. And I love this. She's a good freak. She's very professional. And she's detailing. I say, why don't you move this? No, I can't because I need 18 inches from the door to the chair. And so she could benefit from this. You were showing all kinds of ways that what I noticed is that you call them tags.
Yes. Yeah.
And tell me about that.
Yeah. So real-time tags, as you're going through the tour, and I think about this for inspections a lot, is you're taking note of all the things that you're seeing as you're getting through the property and fulfilling your inspection. Here, you can do it as you're scanning and capturing that property. You can create a real-time tag.
On your phone.
On your phone. Take additional pictures of it, zoom in, add your comments, add your notes, and continue on with your tour. And you're getting this full documented set of the property as you're going through it all at once.
Like, I don't remember any 360 camera that hooked to your phone. Is this new?
It's a little bit more common nowadays. It wasn't when we developed it. What was unique in the beginning of iGUIDE and continues to be our differentiating advantage is our Lidar. The fact that we built the entire platform around offering precision measurements.
What's Lidar?
Lidar is a lasering technology that essentially it sends a light and bounces it off a wall and brings it back, and it gives you a precise distance between.
Just like a measuring tape,
Absolutely.
then laser measuring
your handheld disto. Instead of your single laser handheld disto, we're firing at 20,000 of those in all directions at one time. So
20,000.
yeah,
Amazing. So that's going to be this part. What is the top part?
this is your 360 camera. So this is what is capturing your visuals. Because as you know, it's,
Not this.
no, right in there, that is your measurement. This is your visuals.
So this is your 20,000 lasers, and
Yeah.
this is the visual. Because when we first set this up, we put it on a tripod, and Vinny, he was using his phone, showing me how easy it was to pair to his phone. And then boom, we're going to take a shot of the room, and we were in the room. And I was waiting for it to spin, but it didn't spin. But that took everything, just boom, it was done, just like that. And then he showed me, and I went, holy crap, this is amazing. And then he brought it around, and we started playing with it in the building here, and it started map out and doing everything that I needed. We need to play with this. This is something that now innovative for the construction industry alone, for me, is really big. Because now we've got documentation, and that's the biggest thing to me. That means we're going to film the place with the iGUIDE right at the beginning, in the middle, before drywall, and then finishing. So finishing, the day that I do the last finishing, that's the way it looks when I leave. So that means if anything happened in the house after I left, here's the date, here's the photo image, here's the video image, here's everything that dictates it wasn't us. It might have been the movers, somebody made a mistake. You know, how many times have they said to me, oh, the floor is dented, you got to fix the floor. No, well, it wasn't dented when I left here. Well, it wasn't us. But as long as we can do a 360 image, you can see, right, there's no dent in the floor there. It must have been the mover.
And isn't that a lot about a trust and accountability too? You document because you want to have that story, you have nothing to hide. And I think having that full trust and accountability of having all the images, the full documentation, the walls wide open, you can see all your nice, beautiful plumbing lines, electrical lines, the HVAC, and that's an amazing data set that you're passing over to your homeowners.
Yes, so it's not just about protecting me, it is about protecting everyone. It could be the HVAC guy, the electricians, a missing pot light. You know, where's that pot light? You can now go in and find exactly where that pot light is, because it's done 20,000, I can't believe 20,000 laser imaging, like constantly, right?
Yeah, it's one single,
Blast.
yeah, like I equate it to putting Play-Doh in a fan. You just drop it in and boom.
Play-Doh in a fan.
Yeah.
I don't know what your childhood was like.
Yeah.
Or spaghetti in a...
Yeah.
I guess
Other
we
things?
we can do many things with this. Let's talk about, I mean, I'm already jumping, and I've got notes, but it's my mind last night was racing on what I'm going to be talking about, because to me, this is really exciting. I think there's so many people that can benefit from this, that if you're a real estate agent, you can buy one of these. Or just call the inspector that's got one of these, and he's going to save you time, he's going to save you money, especially if you do an inspection first, and everyone, again, benefits.
Yep.
The buyers come in, they take a look at it. Contractors, homeowners, inspectors, designers, like how many possibilities is this good for? I guess you could use this outside or not really?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the deliverables that we do are anything from the 360 tour, like you're saying, the floor plans that we include. You can do CAD deliverables, so we do everything up from like exterior elevations, roof plans, 3D models. The data can be captured all with this device, and depending on your use case or how far along you want it brought, we can provide anything along the way. So the versatility is there. It's the tool that can do a lot of different things for you on site.
So do the roof. You can't see the roof. Nobody looks up on the roof. Nobody looks on the roof. How many times have I said this?
Yeah.
And you can document the roof. So again, inspections or roofing companies, that they can come in and use it and say, here's the problem I'm showing you, because you don't want to bring the homeowner up on the roof. You can show them the video image. So this is actually for not just contractors, it's for everyone. It's builders.
That's what's the most exciting thing about it is anyone that needs to access a property might want to access that property virtually. So that's where we saw the opportunity with the technology. Is it really is for anyone. If you're dealing with bricks and mortar, and we all live within a bricks and mortar world, you're going to need access to that property, sometimes remotely, which is virtual. So that's really what we wanted to do. And then the measurements and the floor plans, the use cases are endless.
So the developer or the idea guy, the tech guy that put this together, and you're the contractor, your world, you saw this as a contractor use. How long did it take after that so many people can benefit from this? Not just construction and new homes or selling homes.
Well, we spent a lot of time actually developing it for the construction world. Again, trying to fit it in as a tool for construction management, project management. And then we tested it in residential real estate because virtual tours were coming on the scene. Floor plans, nobody really worried about floor plans or wanted floor plans, but people were really excited about the virtual tour. So we tested it, and that's where our company really took off. And as you know, you get additional stakeholders. They want to chase where the business is going. So that's really where we built for the last 12 years worldwide, is really on the backs of that real estate market that wants to have reliable measurements, reliable floor areas, floor plans, virtual tours, and photos. And that is really foundational to our business. And only recently we went back to the core vision of Alex and myself, which is providing a tool for people within the management and design and construction of those spaces. So this is our re-entry into the market.
My mind goes crazy on this because I just, right away when I first saw this, I went, Mike Holmes inspections. All the jobs that we do, all the homeowners that we help on the show, everything is documented by the end, because what I started to do was, I always wanted to give a package to the homeowner. When I'm done, here's pictures of everything. We keep it on file, so if there's a problem in the future, we can go back and look at it as our own personal data, and look at it and go, okay, we know what's in that wall. We know where everything is. Yeah. This all of a sudden just made my job even easier. That's the benefit to this.
Yeah, the value delivering that, as you said, that rough-in stage and that post-construction to your homeowner. I have both on my phone at all times. I have rough-in for my home, and I have the completion after the renovation that I did, and I'm using them repeatedly. Just if I want to know what's behind the wall, if I want to know, hanging a TV, I want to know where I can find a stud that I can anchor off of. As the homeowner, that's incredibly valuable. Not to mention the value to the contractor during construction. If you have to perhaps go back to one of your trades that maybe you've got a water leak in the wall or whatever. I mean, it's an insurance policy for you, but it's incredibly valuable for the homeowner as well.
Being a contractor all these years, I don't know how many times I've watched the drywaller put a screw into the copper pipe. Now, first of all, you shouldn't be able to put a drywall screw into a copper pipe because that copper pipe should be at least half inside the stud, which means you're not going to hit it, right? And I'm talking about the void space, so this 3.5 inches in the wall. Because anytime it goes through a stud, you're supposed to put up a metal plate. That'll tell you something's there and not to put a screw in. But in certain situations, in a basement or something, I've seen plumbing be so close to the drywall that we would mark the floor, no screws, mark the don't put screws in this area. And sure enough, the drywall would put a screw right in there, and we got to come back and fix them. One of them was, it wasn't city water, it was freaking a well water. So that drops the pump, it does. What you have to do to solve that is a little bit of a pain in the butt. What this does is, again, the documentation that everyone can have. I'm thinking, would homeowners want to buy this? And if so, why? Do you rent them?
No, I think the homeowner would want the service. They would want to provide it. It would not be a worthwhile venture for a homeowner to potentially do it themselves.
Because they can call an inspector.
There's lots of people that
someone they can call you.
Yeah.
They can.
Real estate photographers are a big network as well. Insurance adjusters, insurance professionals have it for the same thing as, like you're saying, there's people who are taking heavy documentation of the property because that's good business. And if this is saving them, if now a 3 or 4 hour job of thorough documentation now takes 15 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on the property, it's a no-brainer for all those service professionals who are thoroughly documenting property.
I see this being faster than me going in with a measuring tape and a notepad and trying to measure the whole room, mark it all down, make any notes, that, take a couple of pictures. Let's say it's a 3,000 square foot home. How long would it take to document it?
If it depends on what stage you're at. If you're pre-construction, like you're wanting to do a CAD package, under an hour. If you're wanting to do a quick walkthrough, you could do it, 20 minutes. If you're wanting to do a post-construction, again, 20. It depends on the amount of details. Each one, every time you place a camera down, you're talking sub 10 seconds per scan. So it's really relative to the number.
So it's about how many times you got to put the camera down.
Yeah.
Which is logical to me.
It's like the trigger when you went from the hammer to the compressor. At some point in time, there's things that help you be more efficient, but you're not cutting corners. You're actually creating better outcomes. You're doing more thorough documentation. You with the tape measure or disto is up 1 point of measurement. Now you got those 20,000 points of measurement, plus you got all the documentation, and it's not individual photos, it's all sequenced together in a nice, beautiful tour.
So you get measuring, photos, video.
Yeah.
360.
Well, not the video piece.
Not the video.
It's a click-through tour that you click through. It's the 360 images of each one.
Yeah. So you punch on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm going to move to here. You move to there.
You move into there.
Just like I look at campers, because I've gone down the YouTube rabbit hole of campers and RVs, and I don't know how many times I do that.
Yeah. So you're getting that full documentation. You're getting the photo set, and you're getting the 360 images.
And asking too about, how do we get this done? Let's say you've got a place up north in Halliburton, and you're undergoing a project. We have 650 iGUIDE teams across Canada, 250, 2,500 across the United States. Give one of them a call. They can be in and out of there, within an hour, within a day, you have all your data back versus just running through that opportunity cost of it's going to take me a full day to get up there and back. It's going to, how am I going to do all that? The efficiency of having one of our iGUIDE pros nationwide be able to go, give them a call, have them go out with the camera, collect all the data for you and send it back, saves you a lot of time and money.
I also see this as a possibility for building inspectors to protect themselves, that they come in, when they come in, they're taking a look at everything and they drop the camera down and now they've got evidence that this is what I've passed.
Yeah.
So, and they come in, how many times? I guess maybe 2 to 3 times, the building inspector. But that now protects the government. I think this is, have you?
Hey, listen, you keep saying it. I think it's true though, right? It's like full documentation. It's the full set. It protects them. You're getting it all in one spot and it's quick and easy. It's not this additional process that I need to bring in. You're walking through that property anyways. You're snapping a few photos anyways. If this is, 20 minutes to get through a property for the visuals, it's a no-brainer at that point.
Again, I'm just looking at it that the building inspectors, they need to sometimes to also be protected because things could change during the process, right? Okay, go ahead and drywall and then change something and you don't know it.
Changes don't happen in construction projects.
They're not going to, yeah. I guess they're not going to be able to pick that up. I'm looking at it as protection for everyone. It doesn't just protect one person, it protects everyone.
Including the homeowner.
Including the homeowner.
It's amazing document set for that. Is like, I can think of scenarios maybe where a contractor is trying to close up a wall before someone gets home. In this case, with you have full documentation, eyes wide open. If your contractor is not providing that full transparency, there's not a lot of trust or accountability in that. And I think this is a perfect way to do that. Is you can show the client, hey, this is what we did. This is what we're working on. We without even being on site with them, you can do this even virtually. This is what we saw when we opened up the wall. You can clearly see that X, Y, and Z, it doesn't have support, or this is rotten, it needs to be pulled out. You can quick show them that. They can say, yeah, that makes sense to me, and then you can continue on, right? Without having to phone them, get someone down, meet up, and then continue on.
Well, I just did an addition at my house, and I know, because it's who I am, I'll take pictures, right? That way I know if I'm ever going to change it or I want to add something in the future, where's the studs, what's behind it. I know everything. Yeah. But what I like about this is the one thing I didn't do in my pictures is do a measurement of everything to be that pinpoint that exact spot. But because of the 20,000 lasers you have here, I can do that in documentation.
Absolutely.
in the 360 tour, although of course you have the Lidar data, we give you all the CAD deliverables if you want, but even the walkthrough tour, I think a good one is like the outlet box and whether you can get a bulkhead or whatever you need to build out. And it's like, how close was that to the door? You can do a quick takeoff measurement throughout the tour in any space. So just a
point A to point B.
point A to point B in that 3D space, and you can grab that measurement. Of course, that comes with some uncertainty, but you have something to go off of.
It's in this neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
But we can use IR cameras because I make sure Mike Holmes inspectors, all of them use IR cameras. And I see this. This is probably your next move. Is you put an IR camera in this? Can you do that?
No, not at this point. But we've been asked repeatedly by inspectors. Hot spots. Looking for hot zones and things.
Hot and cold spots.
Yeah, absolutely. It's logical. It's just with all the innovation and, as you say, the opportunities are endless. You at some point have to pick which rabbit hole.
Well, the good
down.
point is my inspectors are going to have this and the IR camera so they can compare the two.
Do them both.
That's pretty simple, right? Because the IR camera is going to take the pictures. I think some of them can do video now, but it doesn't matter. The pictures are everything, and then match it to here's the cold. But since they have that, again, the homeowners get benefited by doing this. I think my biggest complaint when it comes to selling houses is everyone doesn't want to do a home inspection. And how many times have people emailed me? I'm telling you right now, I bought a house, I got an inspection, we have problems. But the inspector missed all kinds of things. So one, shouldn't you buy the house with an inspection? Like that, again, everyone wins.
Yeah.
So if this is going to work with real estate agents, then they can do the full Monty, right? Never mind the real estate agents. They call the inspector and say, we want you to footprint the house, because that's what this is going to do. Give her a 360 tour, and do a home inspection at the same time, and then go to sell the house.
Yeah. Multi-purpose, where you're servicing their marketing needs while also their inspection needs, all in one step.
Multi-purpose, I'd say.
Where I see that evolve is with the real-time tagging that can occur. You're getting all the furnace equipment, all the equipment information, the instruction manuals. I know you're really big on helping home maintenance. So now the homeowner has a tour of their house. They have tags where all their equipment is. Under each tag, you can have photos, you can have instructions. Hey, this is how you change the furnace filter.
That's the part I really like.
Like that's where it can keep evolving to, is like it is a really valuable data set. And if you're handing that over to a potential homeowner, or if you're walking into a house and that's on the table, I think that's a huge value add, is you have this whole tour, you have a full documentation of your property, you have an inspection, you have the equipment tagged.
And I suppose even at that time, if you think about it, the person that bought the house with all this information, when they sell the house, they can give the information.
Yeah, well, even myself, to relate to a personal, when I did my renovation, I replaced my boiler. Where am I going to keep all the paperwork? All I did was I uploaded everything to the tag on the iGUIDE. So I'll do my best to keep the paperwork, but even if I lose it.
We lose it.
We lose it.
Even the photos, I can't find it on my phone. I do the same thing. Everything that I do, I take a picture of it. I can't find that later. Ownership was an important part there. There are tools on the system where you don't own your own data. Well, our system, you own your whole data. It's available to you. You don't need our systems to access it. You can download it offline, and it's self-contained. You can keep it somewhere forever. And it's always available to you, where that's not the norm in the world of the internet, where you're subscribing. It's yours.
And we're going to save paper.
But it sounds like not you and I.
Yeah, I still draw.
Yeah.
I do. Anything else you want to talk about?
We support skilled trades. We do the home building inspection with the Contractor College and other colleges and universities around. We're getting new people into the trades and making it more accessible for kids, new technologies that they can leverage. There could be something that...
So this is a big education thing for the next generation.
We, starting in 2016, a good friend of ours was a board member at Construction Specifiers Canada, CSC, and they were running a student design competition. And they wanted to get students from all different schools into this subject site. So we started doing iGUIDEs for them, and we just had another annual event today. So they were able to expand from 2 local colleges, Sheridan and Conestoga, to their schools from all across Ontario competing in this student design competition, designing a particular site. So the association has a site volunteered to them that the students go through the entire pre-design up to permit packaging process, and it's where they have judges and it's awarded and students get grants and things from it. And yeah, we've been heavily involved in that.
Oh, you know, I'm involved with Skills Canada,
Yeah.
World Skills. I get to put the medals on their neck, and I love this.
It's amazing.
So you're working with Skills Canada.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So it has just been something that we've been doing all the way through.
And it's building best practices, right? As you're getting people into the trades, it's what are those best practices? If there's something that helps you document and be pinpoint accurate, you know, it's something that they should be aware of and something that they should be leveraging.
Again, my mind went, okay, this is great for construction and about the protection for me, everyone around me, and the homeowner. But this part about maintenance, I really didn't think about. And the maintenance, your furnace, what else?
Water heater,
water
windows,
softeners.
water softeners.
Windows, doors.
I've replaced the mechanics in my toilet by taking my iGUIDE into Home Depot, saying, I don't know what the make and model is, but it's this one right here.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I mean,
And it's on your phone.
it's on my phone.
Okay, now I'm really excited.
My parents, I've got my parents' place, I've got my place during construction and post, I've got my cottage. Everything's on there and they're used repeatedly. Not even as a product plug. I think the value of everybody having their home on their phone, it's just so valuable.
Now I got to do it. I got to put my home on my phone.
Right.
I don't have I have pictures of my home.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to have to do my house. May I borrow one?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Have your iGUIDE on your home or your phone.
I never thought of that.
Oh, all the time.
I
use
can
it-
have it on my phone.
Yeah. Mine,
I just made a documentation.
yeah. Like literally, you go into Home Depot, you go buying a big screen TV. Can I fit a 52-inch? Can I fit a 48-inch? You just bring it up. You can measure on your phone.
People use it for bringing equipment in. So you're bringing a furnace into a basement. You can measure the doorways. You can chart your path of how you get that piece of equipment, whatever it is, to that spot. It's used like on an industrial scale that way. If they're bringing big equipment in, they'll chart their path through the factory.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And this is only going to get better. This
Yeah.
is just the beginning.
Yeah.
I thought it was
neat.
just the beginning when they first did the
Yeah.
first 360 camera. Now it's going way, way over. All right, I'm going to do my home. Thank you, guys. If you want to know more about iGUIDE, where can we go?
GoIGUIDE.com.
iGUIDE.com.
It's a good place to start.
Okay. And if you want to know more, keep watching what we do. Thanks, guys. You did a really good job. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
If you like the show, check out the episode page on makeitright.ca for more tips. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Amazon Music. Subscribe so you don't miss an episode.